Right. As we are warming up here to go live for day one of our 5-day AI challenge, please go ahead as you are seeing this pop up on your screen. Please go ahead and comment where in the world you are from. We're going to give everybody here a few minutes to get in sync. Join us. Go ahead and comment where you are joining us from. Go ahead and get the group here loaded up. If you're joining us on our Zoom meeting room, just so you're aware, we disable the chat and video, but you'll be able to see everything that we have going on live within the Zoom. If you are streaming on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, feel free to comment below. We will be collecting your questions, your comments, your engagement, and responding back to you. So please get chatty with us. We enjoy the chatting and the engagement. Just making a few adjustments here as we get moving and grooving. It's always exciting on a Monday to kick off the challenge and see new faces here. We have a bunch of new faces that are joining us. And we have some folks that are coming for round 2 of the challenge, which is also refreshing to see. So we'll give it here another minute. Let me know where you're tuning in from. And if it's your first time joining us for the challenge, or if you are returning, that as well would be awesome to know. Give it here another minute. Let me know where you're to turn. Okay. All right. Santa Barbara, California in the mix. Right. We are almost set up here. What an amazing Monday. If you had a great weekend, go ahead and throw it in the chat. If you got to spend time with mom, family members, just enjoyed your time, please share that. We always love the positive vibes, especially as new entrepreneurs or entrepreneurs that are getting ready to level up to the next stage of their journey. We learn that family, friendships are one of the important fuel aspects of growing, learning, and getting your business to where you want it to be. Love it. Alicia returning. This is awesome. All right. Looks like folks are jumping in. We have a handful of folks here, a couple hundred in our Zoom. We have a couple hundred streaming live. Welcome. My name is John Bermudez. I am your host for the 5-day AI challenge. And I'm excited to be here because this is my second round of our 5-day AI challenge. And the first round was an opportunity for me to really make new friends in this high-level ecosystem. And I want to thank you all that joined us and spend some time getting to know me allowing myself to get to know you, and jumping in our Facebook group and engaging, sharing who you are, where you're from, your photos, your videos. I'm hoping by now you've made some new friends yourself within the 5-day AI challenge Facebook group. For those of you that just joined the 5-day AI challenge Facebook group and are waiting for entry, we are working on it. We're working on getting you transferred into the group so that way you can engage. We do have some verification processes behind the scenes, so it will be happening soon. I promise you that. For those of you that have already jumped into the membership course, congratulations to you. If you are waiting for access to the membership course or you don't know where to go, we're going to be talking about that as well in the live today. So you have a clear vision and path of what you need to do and where you need to do it. So it looks like we're getting humming here with our live views. We're getting humming here with our engagements. As a reminder to our folks here on the Zoom meeting, please visit our Facebook business page, facebook.com/highlevelreviews, to engage with us. That will help us tremendously to stay in touch. Let me go ahead and get my slides up and get this baby rolling. All right. So we got here. Minimize this. What's the weather like by you? Wherever you're tuning in from, what's the weather like? I'm in New Jersey right now. It's a little cool. But I like to know what the weather is by your way. It's always interesting to see where people are from and what's going on in their world. Grab these slides here. And we will be ready to go. We have a jam-packed week prepared for you. We've made some modifications to our challenge with how much in depth we go into the content, which is powerful because we got a bunch of feedback from those that participated the last challenge, and we've been able to make those tweaks for this group of folks. So welcome. You've come in at the perfect time, and without further ado, I'm gonna get right into this here. Let me share my screen, and we are ready to rocket launch. So welcome to the 5-day AI challenge. I'm going to be your host, and we have a jam-packed week ahead. We're going to be meeting Monday through Friday this week, 12 p.m. Eastern to 2 p.m. Eastern. And we're going to leave some room after day 1 through 5 on some Q&A. What we ask is, as we're going through the material here, go ahead and drop your questions in the chat, share your positive feedback, share your experience, grab note of who is actively engaging. And when you get in that Facebook group, go ahead and continue the conversation. Today's agenda is jam-packed with some housekeeping items. So I'm going to share a little bit about myself and my role at HighLevel. We're going to dig deep into our agenda for the challenge. So you know, if you can't jump in on a live, where you can find the lives, and then how the lives work with the membership course content. And then we're going to unveil the AI go-to-market offer and really break down how do we take this offer, implement it in a business, and then position it for growth in our business. And by the end of this live session, you'll pretty much know everything you need to know to get started with the challenge at your pace and know how to leverage the resources within the group and the membership course to fuel that learning process. So without further ado, my name is John Bermudez. I've been blessed to be introduced to this industry about 8 years ago by a gentleman that found me while I was working at fitness centers selling gym memberships. And I was using all the functions and features within a program like HighLevel for gyms. And my job was to bring in new sales. And that evolved very quickly when this gentleman said, "Hey, I want you to work with me." And that's when my career started, working at the companies that are listed here. And in that 8-year time frame of working for those companies, I've been able to be given, the knowledge, the experience, and hands-on action steps that has helped thousands of businesses grow their business with my coaching, my resources, and the softwares that I was using at that time. And for that time frame, I was able to create my own marketing agency and really learn what is required to start something from scratch, grow it, and evolve it. That time flew by, and now I'm here at HighLevel for about 45 days, and it's been an experience like no other. I was a previous user of the software, so I'm super excited to now be teaching you folks on how you can rocket launch your SaaS offering, your business with this technology. One of my most favorite parts of what I do is teaching, but also how to implement networking door to door in virtual sales. So I'm going to take all that experience that I've accumulated over the years, dump it on you guys, so that way you can make it your own and grow your business as you learn about this AI chat offer to the next level. Now, the great thing about this is that we're going to be working side by side on the live versions. Those recordings will be available in the Facebook group, and we'll give you the websites to go ahead and replay them as needed off social media. But we're going to be able to go back and then fast forward as needed on the steps you need to implement in your AI offer. So our 5-day AI challenge mission is real direct, and it's all revolving around you. Our mission is to empower marketers like yourself at all levels with the AI and HighLevel operating system to serve small to medium-sized businesses in person or virtually. We're literally going to give you the playbook, the software, the best practices, and the action items that you need to follow as a guide and tweak and customize that's best for your business and niche to help those in your area. And we're going to do this by educating you step by step on the strategy, the framework, but also the software, so that way you can improve the operations of your clients so they can feel and see what it's like to work with a professional like yourself with the tools that you have access to. And throughout this challenge, we're going to be simulating what that feels like, but also you're going to be able to experiencing it firsthand. And we're going to be there along with you the entire way to support you along your AI SaaS journey. And although results may vary and everyone's at a different pace and a different level, what doesn't change is the importance and the content within this course. So as you consume the course and you practice and you use it, you're going to be able to then create the outcomes that your clients are wanting. So it's going to be at your pace, and we're going to be there along the way. So a little bit about HighLevel and why you should listen to us. HighLevel was created to help you capture, nurture, and close. Whether you're a marketer, agency, or a small business owner, that's what it was designed to do. And it was developed with that in mind. And over the years, we've accelerated to serve over 60,000 digital citizens of all levels, whether they're using one feature or hundreds of our features. And working with marketing agencies, we've been able to have the opportunity to serve over 1.5 million small businesses, small to medium-sized businesses, through our marketing agency partners and users. And over that time, we've collaborated with these users to understand what their clients and customers need. And we've been able to very quickly create the features and the outcomes that they require to serve their clients. So if you're new to HighLevel, there's a couple things that I need you to do right away. One, I need you to visit gohighlevel.com and just catch up on the customer-facing content that we put out there to position. Two, I need you to get yourself set up with the 30-day free trial, which is on the link here below wherever you're watching this. Set that trial up so you get hands-on experience with the platform and explore it. And three, take notes along as we go, so that way you know and you understand where you need to pivot and adjust to start implementing this in your day-to-day. And our number one goal here is to serve small to medium-sized businesses so they are capturing, nurturing, and getting new customers from those interactions. So, HighLevel is full of hundreds of features. The power behind it is equivalent to the operating systems that we use every day on our phones and our computers. HighLevel is an AI-powered all-in-one sales and marketing CRM platform. And although there are various types out in the market, some of which I've worked for hands-on, I've also used hands-on, there is nothing like HighLevel. And there's nothing like HighLevel because we've created it with the service provider in mind. If you're an agency or a marketing company that is offering content creation services, pay-per-click services, website design services, consulting, coaching services, we've created HighLevel so that way the components within our platform complement what you do every day. And it's been over months and years that we fast-tracked that to make each version better and better time over time. So with over 500 features, there are truly so many opportunities and so many different ways. You have to customize it out the box for your client, and you have that ability to do so. And the most powerful part, if you're new to HighLevel, is the white labeling branding feature for this platform. We literally take all of our logos, all of our business name off, and we put yours on. So as you are introducing your branded operating system to your clients, it's with your logo, your colors, your style. And that just gives you the ownership and the feeling of providing world-class service with a tool that is going to give them a world-class experience. So if you look at the capture portion on the top right here, or on the top portion, you'll notice that for Capture, we have so many features that deal with conversations, whether it's two-way conversations on text messaging, social media, email, reputation on Google Business Profile, on websites. We cover all of those, and we're going to dig deeper as we go on how AI fuels that. But capturing is the number one step in the relationship building for your customers and for your customers' customers. The next is the nurture. Nurturing has everything to do with experience and communication and making it easy to keep that evolving. So we've included many of the most major features that are in some of these platforms that you're paying a single fee to each month and you're piecing everything together. We put it all in one for you. So there's no piecing. It's one meal for you. And then lastly is close, right? Completing the transaction from the scheduling to payments to proposals, text to pay, tap to pay, all there. So think about this. If you're just learning about HighLevel and you're trying to figure out, well, I use this, I use that, I have a couple of ideas, I've made a couple of my own programs, I want you to look at HighLevel as taking everything that you've done and you've pieced together, putting it and having it all in one area. So not only you can log into one place and take action, but your customers have one place to take action. And that's the magic, where your customers are working out of and their experience doing so. So I want to touch on this because although we've sent you emails and text messages because you signed up to be a part of the AI challenge, there are a handful of you that are learning about this because you heard about it from a friend this morning or over the weekend, and you have not yet had a chance. So what I want to ask you to do is visit this website link here, gohighlevel.com/5-day AI challenge, and go ahead and register for your 30-day trial. The link will also be below in the live version that you're watching this now. Register that. That's a 30-day no obligation trial. So that way you can walk through and experience every step of the way with me, because that's what's going to be needed. And then once you do that, you'll be able to upgrade that platform into the different modes you'll learn about as we go. For our existing customers, a trial is not required for you. All you'll need to do is have your account up and ready on another screen or on the same screen and walk through as we go. Following along every step of the way is so important because consuming it visually or by your ears is one thing, but using your fingers and your hands with the mouse is totally different. The muscle memory builds up very quickly, and that's what we're going to train our customers to do. So let's get into this journey we're about to take on together, the 5-day AI challenge journey. There's a couple steps that are going to be required on your part. First is completing the daily course material. If you've already gained access to the membership course within HighLevel, do me a favor and type a 1 in the chat. If you've already gained access to the university section of HighLevel and you see the 5-day AI challenge, throw a 1 in the chat. If you have not yet, throw a 2 in the chat. If you have not yet accessed the university, seen the 5-day AI challenge course, type a 2 in the chat. We're going to get you the assistance you need if you type in 2. If you type in 1, welcome. And we're going to get you right on this journey as quick as possible. Now, as we're doing each day, this live session that we're doing now will be recorded. If you're watching this recording, go ahead and type in replay when you watch it. Type in replay. And as we do this, these recordings will be housed within the Facebook group, 5-day AI challenge Facebook group. Go ahead and search for that in the Facebook group and request access. And then in that group, you're going to be asked to introduce yourself and partner up with an accountability partner. And we're going to walk into that a little bit more as we go on. But these are the expectations. If you don't follow along, you don't do the coursework, you're going to have a hard time as we start accelerating. Because at the end of the day, this 5-day AI challenge agenda is all revolving around leveling up new users and experienced users with one goal in mind, to get your first paying customer and fulfill it using HighLevel with our AI reception gateway offer. That's the challenge. Challenge is, and it's on you, to get your first paying customer with the AI reception gateway offer for my friends that have already done the past past challenges, the missed call text back. The 5-day AI one is going to be what we're going to ask you to do and take on. Give me a second here. Just need to adjust some controls and we'll be good to go. Okay. So that's the first goal. That's the challenge. Let's go into the weekly agenda starting today for the next couple of days. Day one today, we're going to be understanding the offer. Now, the offer initially here is the AI reception widget, chat offer. But how we position it, how we sell it, how we fulfill it is very important as well. Because with so many different companies and products and marketers out there, you need to stand out. And we're going to show you how to stand out. Day two, we're going to go over the setup day. Now, with day two, I just need you to keep in mind that you're going to have to, ideally, today, at the end of this challenge, jump into day two's assignments, because it's going to require you to go video by video and set up the components that are required for you to use the AI challenge reception gateway offer feature, as well as fulfillment. So go through each video. I've partnered up with Hapland Milgram Hills. He's with our product team, and he has gone through each step, because he's the techie that gets everything done from A to Z. He works with our clients and our back-end teams to make sure that everything's working perfect. So he's put together every step-by-step of what you need to do to be fully up from the system. And throughout the membership course, you'll be seeing him as we evolve. So you get best of both worlds. Day three will be prospecting and sales training. Now, everyone's at a different level and everyone is at a different goal on how and why they're implementing this AI gateway offer and joining the 5-day AI challenge. But we're going to give it to you as if you decided to leave your job tomorrow and go all in on this software as a service business model and sell this to local businesses and your relationships throughout the country. So we're going to teach you on what you would do as if you were to leave your job and not treat this as a side hustle and go all in on it. And then you get to determine where in your journey you're at and how fast you want to go along. But we're going to give you everything you need to be fully prepared. Day four is fulfillment. You know, we're building relationships, we're meeting folks, we're having great meetings. They give us money, they give us their trust. Now we need to go through and complete our end of the bargain. So we're going to walk through that step by step, from communications to action items to follow-up. And then last, we're going to work on day five, retention, right? We know that customers may not know as much as we know, and they may not understand the value as much as we do. So we're going to work on a plan to show you on how you keep top of mind for your customers, and they're consistently seeing the value in the AI offer, and then how you take that trust and that attention and ascend to add different features and grow and make a revenue impact in their business. Day 1 through 5 are jam-packed. So I hope you're as excited as I am, because that's the magic, right? When you have a software like HighLevel, and then you have the teaching of industry professionals that use this and understand it like the back of their hand, it enables you to fast track your learning and your implementation very fast. I mean, you skip over the hills, the bumps, and the brick walls because of what we put together here. So I'm excited for each of you to experience this. So before we end today's day one, we're going to go through a live walkthrough of where you find everything. So we will go through that, so you have a clear understanding of where to go for the membership course, the university, success help, the group, and the help guide. So let's get in. Let's do this. If you have not yet, go ahead and take a screenshot of you participating in this live, right? I want you to take a screenshot participating in this live, because those that are following you on Facebook, Instagram, or any social media platform, they may already be aware of your journey. You may have shared your journey, your idea, or you already have some sort of marketing business going. But let them know that you're always leveling up. Let them know by showing them you're taking part in a training like this, that you're coming up with the next and best, greatest offering to give to your network. And most importantly, I want you to keep in mind here that as we evolve in this training, a lot of show and telling is going to be important in putting out your offer as well as building new relationships, because people want to see and know, what are you doing and how can you help me? So I'm going to get back to sharing my screen. Go ahead, if you decide to take a screenshot or share, go ahead and tag at Go High Level if you're on Instagram, or go ahead and tag at HighLevel if you're on Facebook, because we're about to get right into this AI chat offer overview. If you, as a customer out in the marketplace, have experienced live chat, whether it's for doctor's appointments, eye appointments, just shopping online, service businesses, looking for somebody to help you with something around the house, if you've experienced a chat that pops up on your screen, whether it's during our hours or after hours, and you had a great experience with it, it could be anything. You were asking about hours, you were asking about booking an appointment, you were asking about price. Go ahead and type in one in the chat if you've had a great experience with live chat bots in your day-to-day. Because, when we created the AI chat challenge, we wanted to put something together that resonated with people today in their everyday life. And the AI chat is becoming more and more popular in the everyday life, whether it's making an appointment, asking a question, or just navigating through frequently asked questions. So if you've experienced a positive using chat, go ahead and type one in the chat. Wow, we have a great amount of folks here. Let me go ahead and lower this here. Wow, we have a great amount of one moment. Folks here. All right. Trying to make sure I stay engaged with you all here. It's so hard sometimes when, doing these and not seeing the engagement. I see you, John, Brian, Kashif, LJ. Love it. Thank you, folks. This is the energy that fuels me, because, if I'm not meeting your demands, then we don't need to be here. This is all about you. All right. So it looks like we have a great amount of folks here that have experienced great experience with AI chat. We're going to now give you the chance to offer this experience to those that are going to your marketing or your agency website, as well as your beta or customers that you're going to install this on for their customers during or after working hours. And our goal here is to capture the conversation. So we give everyone a chance to raise their hand. So the AI chat pops up, has a welcome message, says, hey, how can I help you? Now that question leads into them responding back. It's asking some information about them. And now we're getting into a two-way conversation. And by the time we're done with this, you're going to learn how to feed and train your AI receptionist to serve the needs of your business. If you have not yet, I want you to go ahead and open up a new browser and type in this live demo chat here. Give me a moment. I gotta make a quick adjustment here. One moment. All right. I want you to go ahead and visit that website, aichatbot.gohighlevel.com. And I want you to go there because you're going to be able to see how the bot, our AI reception, works for us to you. And you're going to get a done for you model with the website, the aichatbot.gohighlevel.com website, as well as the AI chat feature. You'll have that for your sub account as well. So we're going to set that up as well, where you'll be able to say, hey, go to my site, try it out for yourself. This is what I can do for you. And then we're going to get into the operating cost and public offer. So without further ado, let's get to it. So the AI chat offer positioning is real simple. It's if someone is trying to figure out, well, why do I need this? This is your online executive assistant at all hours of the day. Okay, and the perception of that from your customer's customer is, oh wow, they're on the ball, or okay, they're answering my questions quick. They're the company I want to work with. What we've learned and what we've seen over the years is that if somebody goes to a website and it looks outdated, there's no engagement buttons, there's no way to communicate with someone from the business, they move on to the next, no matter what industry you're in. So what we're doing for your customer's customer is giving them that comfort that we're here, we're ready, we're live. How can we help you? At your service. For the marketer, the AI live chat feature is a tool to give peace of mind to your customer that they don't have to stand behind the screen and keyboard if they're the tree service, if they're the plumber, if they're the therapist, if they're whatever business they're in. For the most basic questions, for the most basic needs, whether it's hours, requesting scheduling, you will no longer require your customer to answer that manually. You will be providing an automated process and solution to handle that part of the business for them. And that's the power of this type of technology. So what is this AI chat feature expected to do? As the marketer positioning this to your beta clients or your paying customers, the AI reception tool is designed to capture traffic from your website, whether it's organic or paid, that normally you would not interact with, because before there was no call to action or there was no easy way to ask a question. So right off the bat, there'll be an increase in engagement because of the call to action from the widget, the AI reception tool, engaging with that unidentified visitor. The goal here is as they engage with us, we identify the visitor, we either update their information in our database or we add them new to our database. So therefore, we can have a continued conversation moving forward. So if your potential client is a med spa and they are just opening up or they've been in business and they have no chat widget now or no way for their visitor to ask questions or to request more information, that traffic comes and goes very quickly, unidentified. When you install this AI reception tool to your med spa client, now that traffic that comes in engages with that visitor and has a two-way conversation on your customer's behalf with the intent of getting their information and establishing the next steps, whether it's sending them information or booking an appointment. And we know that when that nurturing and that conversation happens, the customer feels that it's worth their time, they stay, and they do business. And that's where the close part comes in. So the bot engages, takes the next steps, makes it easy to take next steps, and then assists with any general questionnaire that visitor or customer may have. Now, the AI reception tool is only as good as the information you feed it. So we're going to train you and show you how you're going to customize that AI reception tool for your customers. So when we get into the operating cost of the AI reception tool, there's a few things to keep in mind here. One, we are using conversational AI. And the conversational AI, although it's not unique to HighLevel, the way we've packaged it is we've packaged it in such a way that you don't have to piece together other AI tools and use multi-login screens to take action, to respond. We've embedded the conversational AI within HighLevel, so when that conversation starts, it stays in HighLevel and it connects to the other features that are within the platform, and it gives a smooth and fast way to track and manage it. So think about this. If you were to use another AI program or another conversational AI tool that didn't embed or integrate with HighLevel, you'd have multiple logins, which means your customer has multiple logins, and then it's a manual effort. We want to eliminate manual. That's why this tool is in place, and that's why we embedded the conversational AI in it. And we've made it very affordable. So it's 2 cents per message while using the live chat feature within HighLevel. Now, for this challenge, we're using live chat. There are other features such as SMS, email, socials, and others. But for this one, we're using the live chat. So that 2 cents per message is what it applies to. Now, if you're going to be doing, over 1,500 or 2,500 messages as you grow, we do have an unlimited plan. So you don't have to worry about, budgeting for each of your customers. But in this case, if you're just starting out, this is probably the most easy and cost-effective way as you get your beta or first paying client going. Now, if you use the SMS and the email, there are additional charges. We'll touch on that as we go into day 2 with, what Lead Connector phone system is, Twilio and Mailgun email system is. But the live chat is what you'll only need for this challenge. So we went over a handful of the housekeeping items, right? We're going to get right now into the meats and potatoes. And this is the most important part because everything we've spoken about is the AI reception feature, the power, the operating system, HighLevel, the benefits, the all-in-one. But none of it matters if your positioning isn't clear in where it needs to be for your potential new customers. So if you're following along here and everything I've mentioned has been clear and you're understanding it, go ahead and type in the chat, "I'm with you." Let me know you're with me before we move on. Throw in the chat, "I'm with you." And if you have a question about what we've went over so far, feel free to type that question in. Although I won't answer it right this moment, our team behind the scenes will prepare it and then we'll get to it. But if you're with me and you understand everything up to now, type in "I'm with you." And if you have a question, type that in as well. Let me take a quick sip here. All right. Thank you for the engagement. Handful of you are saying "I'm with you." Thank you. Few questions popping in. Those are great. This allows us, we've set this challenge up with bumpers. So that way you're not going off-road. But because we have thousands of folks here at different levels, it can feel like you're going off-road even though you're not. So bear with us. Keep your seatbelt on because we're on the journey together. If you have an existing marketing agency, whether it's 1 client or up to 10 clients, type in "agency" in the chat. Whether it's 1 client, 10 clients, or hundreds of clients, type in "agency" in the chat. If you have no clients and you're planning on starting your journey in the marketing agency world, type in "new" in the chat. Type in "new" in the chat. And I promise you, as we get into day 2 through day 5, when we get in the Facebook group, I'll reach out to you all. We'll pick up where we left off in this engagement chat. I just want to make sure we're serving all levels. We're serving all levels as we get into our practical portions of what we're doing here. So without further ado, let's get into it. At HighLevel, and everyone has their way of consuming strategy. Everyone has their way of who they follow for sales strategy. But you're going to hear gateway offer and expansion offer over and over at HighLevel, right? And the gateway offer is our entry point. It's our intro offer for our potential customers. It's the easy way to start doing business with us. It's the low barrier service that we're offering for them to get the experience, but also the understanding of what we do and how we can help their business. So I want you to look at the AI chat offer, the AI reception, as your gateway offer. And the gateway offer is going to, my screen popped off over here. Bear with me. Let's see here. One moment. The gateway offer for those that are returning was our missed call text back. And now our new gateway offer is the AI chat, right? And as you are promoting this gateway offer, it could be within conversations within your network. It could be within groups that you're a part of, chambers you're a part of. But your gateway offer is to serve the solution to one problem they have, which is communications around questions around their customer's business 24/7. So if I'm at a chamber event, or I'm at a BNI event, or I'm just out and about, and I meet somebody who's a business owner, and they say, what do you do? I'm going to start with my gateway offer, and I'm going to say, appreciate you asking. My business is around serving businesses like yours to take off the stress and responsibility of quickly getting your thumbs to the keyboard and answering questions. And I do that with my AI reception service. So think of it like this. It's 12 o'clock in the afternoon. You're at an appointment servicing a customer, and 5 people go to your website and they engage with you. They ask a question about your hours, your service, if you accept insurance, whatever the case may be. They're just asking the question. And normally, you would have to respond back, whether it's through email or returning a phone call. With the AI reception tool that I offer, it takes what you normally would have replied with and responds right away without you needing to use your thumbs or your fingers or anyone in your office engaging manually. And that alone, that gateway offer will get them thinking, okay, yeah, well, so I don't need a person to do this. I don't have to do it. I'm just starting my business, or we're getting busier, or we're doing a lot more advertising and we're getting a lot of inquiries. That's what we're positioning, is a solution to the communication problem. And as folks start to understand that and you're having more and more of those conversations, it becomes easier to speak about. And it sounds something like this. Joe, it sounds like you have you and a few folks at your business that are bombarded because you're doing some marketing. You guys have a great reputation. And for that reason, people are asking for, if you're available, how do they set up an appointment with you? Can they request a call back? And you're bombarded with it. You can't respond to everyone as quick as they would like. So what we're going to do is we're going to install this AI reception feature that we host others with, and we're going to answer those questions immediately in the way that you want them answered. So that way your potential customers or existing customers don't have to wait till you get a chance. It's done when they need it done and they want it answered. And what that'll start to do is open up the conversation into what else do you offer? And that's where we get into setting up ourselves for the core offer. Now, with our gateway offer with the AI reception tool, I want you to look at it like this. There's 2 fees that we want to charge. There's the setup fee, and then there's the monthly recurring revenue fee. The setup fee covers everything from the time of research, preparing, setting up, the whole nine. The monthly recurring fee covers the monthly charges that your customer will accrue with the messaging, but also the time, attention, and servicing you're going to be giving. So in a perfect world, you'll have at the upfront time of sale, $197 setup fee, $197 first month paid up front, and then each month, $197, $197, $197. And whether it's 1 month, 3 months, or 6 months, that 197 becomes the expansion, which now is maybe you adding additional services that we're going to go over. Now it goes from 197 a month to 497 a month, 497 a month. That monthly recurring revenue is what makes this model, software as a service, so powerful, where normally a traditional marketing company is charging on a per project basis or content curation basis individually. So let's say, for example, I build you a website, charge you $500. It's a one-time fee, right? One-time fee for the website. There's no recurring charge. Now, I charge you for the website and then I add on additional features, then that's the monthly recurring fee. And that's how we start to compound the growth of our software as a service business, our SaaS business. So we're going to jump into this a little bit more as we go. But the most important part here to keep in mind is that our goal is to give them more service and more features to grow their business, to make an impact on their business. So if we start off with the AI chat, and then now we offer reputation management with getting more Google reviews. We offer social media marketing services with managing their post and streamlining it. We offer two-way conversations and text messages and emails and campaigns. That's where that additional impact happens for the business. And that's where your customer, the business owner, is making their customer happier by giving them options of doing business with them in different ways, whether it's leaving reviews easily, whether it's sharing coupons, incentives, new updates, new services, that we're streamlining that whole process using the HighLevel operating system. And because things change all the time, if for some reason that your customer decides that they're going a different direction or that service is no longer needed, you have the option to downsell and maintain the gateway offer or pieces of the expansion offer. So in a perfect world, we start off with the AI chat as our gateway offer. That core offer becomes the monthly recurring revenue. They're with us 1 month, 2 month, 3 month more. Then we evolve and grow their business through strategy calls, and we teach and learn what they need. Now we're adding more services. Things change in the business for whatever reason. They say, hey, we don't need that anymore. We're going a different direction, or we brought on a new person that's going to handle that internally. That's fine. We downsell, but we don't lose the business or the relationship 100%. We maintain it with the opportunity of adjusting and then going back to an expansion offer at a later time. If you understand that concept, type in the chat, understand. If you need more help understanding it, go ahead and type in depth. I want to get an understanding here that we are on the same page here when it comes to how we position the gateway, our AI chat, and then how we position our core offering, which is the monthly recurring relationship of the AI chat each month. And then how we go ahead and expand on that offering with additional services that we're going to be sharing within the within our training here. Okay, we got a few in depth. So essentially here, I'm going to jump to the next slide because that'll help you see visually where we need to be and where we need to go on this. So bear with me here while I move some screens around. Okay. Put this in here. Okay. And this slide here will help clear up some of those questions. Let me plug this here, share some stuff. Thank you for the engagement. It's helping tremendously to understand where we're at. Because we have so many different people at so many different levels, it is new to many. And that's the magic of what we do at HighLevel. We've taken the feedback and we've put together ways to cover all experiences. All right. So let's dig a little deeper here, more visually. Our gateway offers the AI chat. We're going to become experts in that in these next 5 days. Okay. As we become experts in that and the challenge completes, you will have the resources to learn how our core offer primary pillars work. So for example, one of our pillars is the Google My Business profile feature. And that allows us to enable chat, two-way conversations, and then streamline getting reviews and responding to them. So that is going to be a core offer. That is going to be a core offer that you can couple up with others to create your expansion. So let's say you have the AI chat for $197 and you add on the GMB, the web chat, the reviews, and the mobile app for another $150. Now you've taken that $97 offer and are charging more, but providing more value for all the features that work, talk, and take action together. And then as you evolve with that, there are going to be additional services that you couple on, or you may replace and exchange with our secondary pillars. So let's say someone says, John, I love the AI chat. I want more. I need more. What could you offer me? We expand the offer. We say, look, I believe with your business, it's going to be best to activate our Google My Business profile chat and communications, build upon your reviews, make it easy for folks to leave reviews because we know that that's where the money is at with people making decisions. They want the validation that you're an awesome business. And we already know you're awesome. Let's tell that story. And then we're going to add the mobile app so you can run your business on the run. Now we take that core offering from $197 a month to $400 a month or $497 a month. And they say, John, I love it. I want more. What else could you help me out with? Well, we're going to add landing pages. We're going to add email and SMS marketing. Now we take that $497 and maybe it becomes $697, $997. With over 500 plus features in the platform, you can couple and customize according to the needs of your customer. And now let's say, well, John, 6 months later, things have changed. I want to go a different route. I don't believe I need these. You've itemized them. You've a la carte them. I want something that's a little bit more all-in-one or a little bit more cheaper. Whatever the case may be, that downsell offer, you can customize your pricing to meet their needs, but also meet what you need it for it to do financially to serve that client. If that helps you understand it a bit and how we're going from flat line to uphill, the potential of going downhill but maintaining the revenue, go ahead and type in "got it" in the chat. Go ahead and type in "got it" in the chat. And if you still have further questions, go ahead and chat what your question is. Maybe it's an example. Maybe it's a scenario. Give me a little context so I can understand what you might be missing or need a little bit more clarification on. Thank you. Jennifer, appreciate you. Anthony, Cesar, Andy, Bruce, let's go, baby. We're rocking and rolling. Takes a little bit of while to get the engines rolling, and you should expect the same from your customers' customers. As you teach this to your customer, the business owner, keep in mind, they have different plates that are balancing on their sticks. Your business, your service offering is not their only priority in their business. So you're going to need patience and have this engagement to really, really understand if they understand or if they're just yesing you to move on. Because that happens. The answer is typically in the second layered question. Do you understand? Yeah. Do you really understand how to make this work? I'm not too clear. So always ask that second layer question just to validate and confirm they're tracking with you, but most importantly, they understand that you understand they may be at a different learning level than you are based on the experience they have versus you. They could run around you in circles on how they run their business. And you could run around in circles on them on how you provide your service. But the goal is not to run. The goal is to jog together, work together to the finish line together. And that's exactly what we're going to be doing here as we get into these next couple of days. So let's go a little bit more in depth. Let's go a little bit more in depth around the gateway offer. Because although we got a few got it's, I want to make sure we got it, right? I want to make sure we're G3. We got it. Because that's what matters. If you don't got it, then we can't get it. We gotta be prepared mentally, confidently to execute, but most importantly, to share the concept. So I want you to look at the gateway offer like a Trojan horse. And the Trojan horse approach at HighLevel here, feel free to take a screenshot of this, save it. This is going to help you as we evolve, understand the flow of what we do and why we do it. It's proven to work. We have thousands of customers. Whether you look at their interviews, you attend our masterminds, or you're part of our community that have proven that what they've taken from us here, they've customized, personalized for their business, and they've elevated to the next level with it. Although results may vary, this is the structure, this is the foundation. So let's get into the Trojan horse approach. Utilizing your initial offer as that Trojan horse is designed to earn the trust, right? So if there's a low entry barrier for $197 a month to do business with you and for you to do business with them, then that's a fair starting point, right? And we're going to set expectations around that because the AI chat receptionist is not going to do everything. It's only going to cover a few things, and we're going to evolve on it. And the goal here with that Trojan horse approach is to expand gradually over time. Now, what I mean by that is not just, hey, I want to charge you more because, I want to make it worth my time. No, absolutely not. Hey, I believe based on what I'm learning about your business, what I'm understanding on how you want to do business versus how you're doing it now, that you're looking for ABC. And although you could do ABC manually or purchase a widget or a one-off product, I want to keep it all in-house so you could do it from the palm of your hands with your phone while you're on the run. So I would like to introduce to you some ways we do that for our other clients. And it's in the form of feature A, feature B, feature C, right? And again, we just don't want to throw features out there. We want to sell based on the solutions of implementing the features. So the benefit of the AI chat is to streamline communications for fast responses when customers want it at the snap of a finger, or to respond to reviews, or to send out notifications at once. Whatever it is, we want to make sure they understand that concept. And over time, as you understand their business, you're going to have more use cases for your core offer primary pillars, and then your secondary. And then you might just create your own list based on the niche you work. If you work with pet businesses, you work with therapists, you work with chiropractors, you work with home service businesses. The riches are in the niches. Okay. And we'll get into niches, however you pronounce it. We'll get into it. I promise you. But when you become a specialist versus a generalist, everything changes for you and for your customer. I've been doing this for a fair amount of time, and I've learned the hard way. That's why we're fast tracking past all the hills, the studying. We're getting you a fast track past it all with the help of my behind the scenes team and what we've created here at HighLevel prior to me starting and me here now with you. So what this does with the Trojan horse, it allows you to make a direct impact on the bottom line. So you're my customer. I plug in the AI chat. You start seeing conversations roll in. It validates I know what I'm doing. It validates that you've been missing out on the opportunity of conversating with people that have been visiting. And now I'm getting your business to be more profitable, whether it's more appointments, more interactions, or just building your database. And now, since we're focusing on those services that have that measurable impact, everything that we do has to impact revenue or some sort of money-making activity. Money-making activities is new contacts, new appointments, new bookings, or exchanging invoices and collecting money. You're going to be able to do all those as we go with part of your expansion offer. And I want you to look at this from a before and after. The before way that marketing companies did business was they would create websites, they would do copywriting, they would make videos, the content creation, right? That's the traditional way, whether it's digital or print. With what you'll be offering from a quantifiable way, quantifiable offers is your monthly utility service. Your AI widget is a monthly utility service. Your review management is your monthly utility services. And that is part of their business, becomes part of their monthly expenses of operating their businesses. And they stay sticky because they're providing a result. And the result is new business or new relationships. And those offers are important from an intro to an expansion, which we went over, because they give a clear outcome, a clear metric. You can provide ROI, return on investment of their use. I plugged this into your business with your help. We turned it on. Here's the outcome of it. Powerful. Straight line to what we did. Right? But when we do like content creation, website design, SEO, it's a squiggly line. It's, well, we did this, we spent 10 hours on this, our team studied this, we put all this together. There's no clear path. With what you're offering in our software as a service model, SaaS mode, Trojan horse, core offer is AI chat, provided this, did this. And that's the direct outcome. And that's where the business owner gets excited. I finally found someone that knows what they're doing. I finally can cut my expenses on all this type of mumbo jumbo marketing, wishy-washy stuff. I'm finally working with an expert. You now become the expert and top of mind in the entire relationship. If you're tracking with me and you're ready to become that expert, or if you feel already that you're on the path to that expertise of positioning the gateway offer, type in expert in the chat for me. Type in expert in the chat if you're tracking along and this is all starting to make a little bit more sense. Because my job, my responsibility, my commitment to you is to get you on that path of expertise so that way you build the confidence, the talk track, and then you make it your own in English or any language with one business or many businesses. We're moving and grooving. So I want to take it back here again because we're going to keep moving and grooving here. Gateway offer is what we talked about. That's our AI chat. Our core offer, primary pillars, is how we start compounding that into a monthly recurring utility bill and expand on it. So we start off with $197. We add 1, 2, or all 4 of these. Now we're at $497. We're at $797. Whatever we decide to be at, worth your time in your country, in your way of doing business, that's your choice. But we're going above that gateway offer price. And then we're adding more as we go. So let's get into, got a couple questions here. Y'all have been very gracious with just putting yourselves out there. What I enjoy most, I'm going to take a break here for a quick second. Let everybody catch up here. What I'm noticing most is that those that put themselves out there in a vulnerable state, in the sense of putting themselves in a student mindset, putting themselves in a, I know a lot, but I know I can learn more. Putting themselves in an open-minded perspective of, okay, I'll entertain the conversation, not ready to do it, not interested in doing this, but I want to know what's cutting edge. I want to know what's out there. I want to know what others are doing. Because we have a couple thousand in this particular program, and they're going to be hitting the market in their respective areas. So you're going to hear others offering and doing this type of approach. And I appreciate you for that, because that engagement allows me, our team, really understand what are the gaps we got to fill. Because if we don't fill these gaps early on, you end up missing out on opportunities, and we want to avoid that. We want you, when you meet with people, you talk with them, you go over your offer, you go over your product, that they feel confident and feel great about what impact you're about to make in their business. So if you feel good about what you're experiencing so far, type in feel good in the chat. And if you haven't yet, go ahead and please share that you're now getting into the AI reception world. Start thinking of ways that you can tell this story, whether it's on a live stream with your phone pointing to you, whether it's a graphic. Start getting your community, your followers, your network comfortable with understanding that you are now offering or getting ready to offer a beta version of this virtual AI assistant to help take some pressure off of responding quickly. Feel good. All right. I got Eduardo. We got local brand IQ, John, Kim, Richard, Madrid, Laura. Thank you guys, gals, crew. That's one thing since I've been here at HighLevel, man, everyone is just so all in. Customers are just all in, which is amazing. All right, let's continue on. So now we've went over gateway offer, turning into the core offer, and now expansion and the potential of somebody saying, hey, this is not for me, the downsell to retain the relationship, retain the business. Now we need to get into the process of the first 14 days of someone saying yes. So I want you to just imagine this. Close your eyes for a second and imagine this. You're in the 5-day AI challenge. You're consuming all of this information with the goal of increasing your knowledge, building a business or building upon an existing business, educating those that you're connected with, meeting new people and educating them on the power of AI and how to get ahead of utilizing it in their day-to-day business. And with having that in mind, you're manifesting people asking you, well, tell me more, tell me more, tell me more. And now you're having these, whether they're chat questions, whether they're vocal on the phone, whether they're text messages, people are asking you, tell me more, tell me more. And it's no longer about finding people to help. It's finding the time to help those that have reached out to you. So now, you're practicing, you're getting better each and every day. You know how to use the AI chat. Now you're ready to accept beta clients that are going to be testimonials for you, or you're ready to accept paying clients. Either route you go is fine with me. But now you accept them as clients. Now the light is on, the green light is on. And it's important that every interaction and every conversation you have leads them to believe they made the right decision in trusting you as their advisor, as their coach, as the expert to help grow their business. So those first 14 days matter tremendously. And let's talk about that. So I collect money, or I collect the commitment of the beta. Step one is to get on that onboarding call right away, right? So I sell them, earn their commitment. Within 72 hours, I'm getting on the onboarding call with them. By that time, with everything you've learned, everything is set up, maybe some minor tweaks that you need to make about their business name, their hours, their questions, whatever it is, but we're going to give you everything you need to have everything set up for that onboarding call. On that onboarding call, you're going to start discussing the future vision, the future plan of the core offers that we went over. So on that onboarding call, you're going to be speaking about the GMB chat, the web chat, the reviews, the mobile app. You're going to start planting these seeds to them. And we're going to go a little bit more detail how to do that in our sales and prospecting and our onboarding modules here. But you're going to be baking these into the conversation because they need to be aware of the future potential and what else is needed to grow their business. Because all of those services, all of the GMB, the web chat reviews mobile app, intertwine with the AI chat conversation feature. All works together. After that onboarding call, you're going to maintain communication. Your first 14 days, they're your best friend. You're getting to know them. Maybe, you're doing text messages, you're doing calls, you're on the Zoom. You're in their ecosystem and they're in your brain and you're in their brain. Within that 7 to 10 days thereafter, your check-in call, you've already put together the results of what's happened with conversations, new contacts, positive stories around, questions that were answered that normally wouldn't have been answered. All that important result, you're going to now speak to them on what else they should consider doing based on the needs of their business, the season, or their goals. Actually, all three. The needs of the business, the season that they're in, whether they're a service business, whether it's back to school season, whether it's a holiday season, so many ways to categorize season, and then what's needed for their business. This is where they're at. This is where they want to be. Your expansion offer fills the gap. And that's what we're doing, is fill in the gap. So you want to gather that in those first 14 days. If you have any questions, go ahead and type in the chat. If you have a question, share it. If you understand this concept and the power of the first 14 days, type in 14 in the chat. And for those, for those that are mentioning, Google Business Profile, there has been some names, and some people are still used to the Google My Business. Others have adopted the Google Business Profile. It's GMB or GBP. Whatever it is, it's the Google messaging feature, the Google Profile that matters. We got a couple 14. First 14 days, you're going to see text messages from me, emails from me, short videos from me. I'm going to call you. I'm going to encourage. I'm going to share. If I see a win, I'm going to share it with you. Hey, Melissa, not sure if you saw this, but we had 15 requested questions come in. Looks like we answered them great. I need your help on adding a little bit more context on this, or we need to open up your calendar so that way people can book a little bit more often or more frequently or within these time frames. Right? And now Melissa's like, oh my gosh, I didn't even know that. I haven't had a chance to jump in. So you want to get them engaged, because here's the thing. Software initially is a burden for business owners. They're not excited about this. You may be. They don't care for it. So the adoption starts with the reminders, the muscle memory. Hey, did you you downloaded the app? Could you look up the app, the lead connector? Let me walk you through it real quick. Hey, can you jump on a quick Zoom? Or, hey, I'm going to record a quick video and send it to you. You're going to start building out these processes that you're just going to plug and play. Whether it's a welcome video, hey, welcome, I'm excited to work with you. 3 things you need to do. 1, you need to log in and save this browser link on your computer. 2, you need to download our lead connector app. And 3, please, every day for 25 minutes, do ABC. This will help you with understanding and da-da-da-da-da. Right? And we start building these quick wins. These quick wins win for you and for them. More importantly for them, but for you, you're their coach. You're their advisor. They're trusting you. They didn't just pick up this software and say, hey, I want to do it. They decided to do it because of you. So my job is to make sure you understand that. We got some great engagement here. We got a couple 14s. I see the questions. We're going to get to them. I promise you. We're going to get to all your questions here. Let's move on. So with the gateway offer, we can call it one or two things, or you can call it something totally different. You could call it Johnny 5 AI reception. If you remember Johnny 5, it was an old movie when I was growing up. Johnny 5. If you remember Johnny 5, type in Johnny 5 in the chat. It's a little robot, cute as can be. It was around the time I think when E.T. came out. I felt like Johnny 5 was the robot version of like the E.T. movies, which was cool. But if you remember Johnny 5, you could call this your Johnny 5 AI reception. You could call this your executive AI reception. You could call this your real estate assistant reception, your VIP reception, whatever you want to call it, be creative, but brand it. Take ownership of it. If you want to get creative, make some t-shirts, make some business cards, make some flyers. We're going to provide you collateral to duplicate that, what we've created, but you can get more creative. But this has got to be your bread and butter when it comes to the offering, your gateway offer. So, with our first paying customer, in our training, we go as low as $97 for those that are brand new. They maybe don't have the sales experience or the sales confidence, or they don't want to do a beta for free, but they don't want to, make it hard just to get them on board. So they'll do maybe a $97 gateway offer. You have that flexibility. We'll walk you through how to charge people within HighLevel and exchange and what you need to do to collect the money, because you're going to keep all the money that you get for this. Everything that you do here that you get paid for, you keep. You keep it all. So we're going to start with our setup fee, whether it's 97 or 197. That's the one-time fee. We're going to charge that up front along with our first month. We're going to charge both. First month's paid for and the setup fee's paid for. You could decide to do otherwise, but that's typically what marketers do. They'll charge the first month and the setup fee together. Let's get you onboarded. Your monthly fee will be charged automatically on the anniversary date that we got started. So today's the 13th. Every 13th of the month, we'll charge you the $197 per month. We have a 30-day cancellation notice. So please let us know by email, text that you want to cancel, or a 14-day cancellation notice. You get to determine that as well. But we don't do same-day cancellations because we want that time frame to help them, whether to give them the service they didn't receive or to help them understand what they need to understand to make it work for them. Right? So this is the pricing structure that you can use. Flexible, no contracts, right? Some folks will bake this into other service offerings. They maybe have contracts. Depending on where you're at in your business journey, you decide. But we want to be clear that this is a monthly recurring bill that'll be charged on the card that you provide us on the date of each month, every month. And to cancel, you can send us an email, a text. You can request a call for us to discuss something, that cancellation, whatever way. Just make it clear how to raise your hand. We want to make it clear. And then as we go, so let me do this here. Let me throw a little bit of while I'm changing my screen here. Help me understand here. If you're an existing marketing business, no matter what level you're at, and you're planning to add on the AI as an additional service to your customer base, type in the chat add-on. If you already have an existing business serving clients and you're going to add this on as an additional service or use your existing customer base to position it, type in add-on in the chat. If you are a new marketer using HighLevel, maybe you were a freelancer, maybe you were using Fiverr, maybe you were using Upwork, maybe you did this on the side, but now you're new to offering a formal software solution, type in new in the chat. Because I'm going to use this to kind of position how I get into this next sheet here that'll kind of help you see the vision of what we're doing and piecing this together. Pull this up here. We're moving and grooving. You guys have been amazing. We got a lot of add-ons. We got a few news popping in. Tim, I love the newbie. Welcome, welcome. This is exciting. Rich Samara, there we go. Add-on. Excited to help you, give your customers additional value. Bruce, Christy, new. All right. Jafi, new. Welcome. David, kind of both. There we go. We're kind of both. We're in the mix here. Good stuff. We got a nice crowd here. For those that are watching this on replay, go ahead and type it in the chat as well. We love to know where you're at and catch up with you. Switch my screen here and get back to business. What an amazing crowd we have here. It's only day one. It's only day one. And we're just building the foundation here. We're building some context around what we're going to jump into, the operation perspective. But we're going to start digging a lot deeper once we get this rocket ship off the launch pad. Right now, the flames are just on fire, right? We're doing our checks. Headquarters is telling us everyone buckled in. Everyone's got their checklist done. Everyone's safe, secure, and the fire is just rumbling up, ready to go. By day 2, we're going to be counting off 3, 2, and that's when everything starts really, really coming together. But what you see here, if you're not a numbers guy or gal, don't let it scare you. We're just going to keep it very high level, very concept-wise. But what gets tracked gets measured. What gets written gets envisioned. What you do with your hands, what you say with your mouth, what you read with your eyes gets processed in the brain. And that's what we want to do here. We want to process everything in the brain. So we feed the brain with a new concept, add-on concept, and we grow that knowledge. So there's many different ways to map out and plan out. But I want you to look at this, how we've put it together. Right? We have our monthly recurring charge, which is $197 a month for our gateway offer. Right? $197 a month is for the AI offer. Let's just work off of that. We're not going to work off of any of the core pillars. We're just going to work off the gateway offer, the $197 a month. In the SaaS world, in software as a business, companies that I've worked for, other companies that are out there servicing all types of industries, are doing handful of sales per day of this program that we're offering here. I mean, they're every day new customers are signing on, whether it's on their own with a salesperson, from a webinar, from an in-person interaction. They're signing up for this all-in-one type of software that's out on the market. We are not unique in the sense of all-in-one. We are just unique on how we deliver it to people like yourself and your customers, right? So keep in mind here, you're unique, you're custom, your selling edge is you as a human being, your knowledge, your industry experience, and how easy you make it to understand. So it is attainable to get one customer a day, as long as you have your sales pipeline and you're building relationships and nurturing them. It is possible. Don't let your brain tell you otherwise. We see it every day by the hundreds and thousands of enrollments that our marketing companies that use HighLevel use to bring on customers every day. We're just focusing on one new client now within 5 days, but you're going to get more than that if you follow the framework, and results will vary, but the framework allows you to make it work time over time with more practice and implementation. So we're going to get 10 new customers for the month. That's our goal. And let's just say here let's pretend let's just say January, right? January, we got 5 new customers. We charged them $197 each for the setup fee, which was $1970 cumulatively for 5 customers. And then each month, the total revenue was $2,955, which is $197 per month for 10 customers, which is $985 a month. So our monthly recurring revenue is $985 because we have 10 new customers. For the total month of monthly revenue was $2,955. So the total monthly revenue we got in and the setup fee are two sources of revenue that come in to fuel our business. Now think about this. You duplicate that for the next month. You bring on 15 customers at $197 a month, $197 setup fee. That brings you at $2,955 per month in monthly recurring revenues between January customers going into February and then the new customers in February. And then you've also brought on an extra $1,970 in setup fees, one-time setup fees. So we're compounding that fuel. That allows you to start now to see that you have a repeatable business, but also a real business of one-time payments as well as monthly recurring payments. So now let's say we do this for 5-6 months now. We're now at June. We have 55 customers. And we have $10,835 in monthly recurring revenue. Think about this. Off of one gateway offer, we have 55 customers at $197 a month, and we're now billing out each month $10,835. I don't even want you to look at the setup fee. Don't worry about the setup fee. Just the monthly recurring revenue right here. Just worry about this. This right here is what creates a utility bill-driven business. You may shut your cable off for 1 or 2 months, but you're going to put it on at some point, right? So it'll go from that gateway offer for that introduction for cable. Maybe you expand on additional services, and then you cancel those additional services and you stick with just the cable, right? Think about the utility bills you have in your life that you cannot shut off because they impact your day-to-day living. This is going to impact the day-to-day business. Now you're at October. You have 95 customers. We're ignoring the setup fee. The monthly recurring revenue, you're now at $20,685 per month. Going through your billing account, you have 105 customers. You have a customer base that you can expand on, get referrals from, grow with, testimonials from, business use cases from. That's the foundation of growth. You're not going to keep them all, and it's not going to be because of you, but you have a plan in place to expand and then to downsell. And at the end of the day, whatever you give them is going to make a measurable impact in their business on the return on investment that they're paying you. Right? And then as we get down here, you can create your pricing for these additional services and bake them in. Right? Bake them in. That's the expansion portion of things. You'll get there when you get there. Looks like a handful of you are looking out for me here. Looks like some of my field over here got messed up. Ignore that for now. We'll get that squared away. But I want you to look at something here. This is important. This section right here. An agency offering content curation, offering pay-per-click, offering customized services, custom services unique to their customer, have a churn rate of about 76%. Whether that churn rate is because the service was already completed and now there's no longer any billable needs for it, like there's no continuing billing associated with that service, or They got the one service done from you and they went to somebody else for other services. So there's a 76% churn rate associated with that. When you run a SaaS, software as a service, your high-level operating system, along with your agency, your professional services agency, they are connected, and you've now went from 76% churn rate to a 20% churn rate because your SaaS is fueling your professional services, and your professional services is complementing your SaaS. So if the professional services, let's say the website's complete, let's say the social media content for the month is complete, let's say the custom app is complete, and let's say we just have some print marketing that we're doing. The pinky's still there. The last little piggy's still there, right? And let's say that's complete now because it was a little bit of a future service. You still have the SaaS. You still have the SaaS. And this SaaS could be building at 197, 297, 497, or 1497. Now think about it. Now we're adding additional professional services. John, I need magazine cover. Adding it on. Temporary, one-time solution, professional services. John, I'm looking for a billboard design. Add on. We're adding that on. One-time service, but it's complementing the SaaS. So on and so forth. See how that works together? I want you to go ahead and type in the chat if you understand this concept. SaaS plus professional services equals growth. SaaS plus professional services equals growth. If you're understanding my example on the concept, throw that in the chat. SaaS plus professional services equals growth. Powerful, powerful, powerful. And if you decide that you don't want to offer professional services for a month or two, or one of your team members are on a sabbatical, no problem. If you just offer the SaaS, your churn rate goes down to 5%. If you follow the framework, you're staying on top of the industry needs, the niche needs. You're perfecting your craft every day. You get down to 5% just with SaaS. And you have the ability to turn on professional services as you want, at the price point you want. Your professional services becomes your high ticket offer. Look, Jane, we typically don't do these projects on a one-off, but based on your relationship with us, based on what we've worked with you on, based on, what you're using with us every day and what we know about your business, we'll take on this project and it'll be for $24,000. And that's because you're an existing client of ours. And that $24,000 could include a bunch of professional services. Although it's a one-time, you still have the SaaS and you're able to fuel upon it as needed. I mean, to be in a position to take on, we'd love to do that for you. We typically don't. $1,500, $4,500, or whatever it is, we'd be more than happy to get it going. It's not like convincing them. It's essentially doing them a service because we appreciate their business, but we're okay if we don't do it. Think about that. You ever go to like a retail store, whether it's, any store, right? You go to Best Buy, you go to the mall, you go to Nordstrom's, wherever you go. You never find yourself looking for one of the salespeople or the cashiers and say, hey, let's make a deal. Let's make a deal. I'll buy this perfume and this cologne. Give me 30% off. You never find yourself doing that. Why are you going to do that in your business here? When you have SaaS, you have a predictable model that you could just add on. So I want you to look at it that way. You don't need to wheel and deal with people. Your service speaks for itself. And they'll buy from you because they trust, know, and believe you can make a measurable impact in their business. We're going to go more into that in the next couple of days. For time's sake, we're going to just leave that there. But I want you to take one takeaway. Here's the punchline. SaaS plus professional services equals growth. I'm not saying to shut down your professional services business. I'm just saying throw SaaS on top of it. And then as you throw SaaS on top of it, you could throw more professional services on top of it. But if you keep them going, that's the power. If you want more help as we evolve in these trainings on that framework, we're gonna dig a little deeper here. If you're tracking along with me and you feel good about what you're learning, right? If you feel good about what you're learning, go ahead and type in feeling good, right? We talk about positive, we speak positive, we think positive. Only more positive comes. Type in I'm feeling good, right? Throw an emoji that describes how you're feeling. We're going to freestyle on this one. I just want to know how you're feeling because we got hundreds of thousands of people on different platforms, different networks. Some may have emojis, some may not. But let me know how you're feeling because when I go through this recording after this, I'm going to craft my day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5 based on my audience, my customer, you. I'm going to base it around you. So it's that important that you share with me. All right. So we're going to get into some important areas here before we start wrapping this up. But I want to make sure we're all on the same page, right? Because if you don't know how to get to the resources, then you can't learn at your own pace. And if you can't learn at your own pace, you're not going to be able to join the challenge. So I'm going to pull up a few screens here. Bear with me. From a rating system of 5 to 10, 5 to 10, 5 being I'm okay and confidence, to 10 being I feel super confident with what I have here, go ahead and throw it in the chat. 5 being I'm okay. Anything between 5 and 10. 10 being I'm feeling great. Okay. All right. So first things first. Pull up this here. I'm going to share my screen here. We're going to start wrapping this up here. Give me a second. So in the agency view of when you get into your HighLevel account, because my HighLevel is slowing down here with being on Zoom. So some of this might lag. But first and foremost, I'm going to speed through this so that way. Okay, perfect. So boom, boom. So in your agency view, you're going to click on switch to agency view in your HighLevel account. You will need a HighLevel account for this, a trial or a paid version that will be required to get in here. You're going to click on university. So you go to agency view, you click on university. You're going to see a handful of courses based on the access you have and what you've signed up for in the past. And you're going to click on the 5-day AI challenge. 5-day AI challenge. It will open up the university tab here, and it will have everything you need. My ask of you today is to go through day 1 modules, jump into the day 2 setup. So we are ready to go over day 2 tomorrow. And then tomorrow, you're kicking off day 3 sales and prospecting, in which that next day we'll go over day 3 sales and prospecting. And then that day, you'll kick off into day 4. By day 4, we're moving on here. You're always a day ahead. The first day is a little bit of double work because of how it's set up. Then you're going to join the HighLevel 5-day AI Challenge official group. It's going to ask you to answer questions. Make sure you answer those questions to get access. Okay? Make sure you answer those questions to get access. Those are the 2 most important components. Your homework for today is to introduce yourself. Your homework for today is to introduce yourself. In our group, we have so many amazing people that have already jumped in, and they are introducing themselves. Let me pull this up here. Scroll down. Oh, I need to go to newest. That's what it is. My recommendation is to always go to the newest tab. So that way you can see what's new. It'll trick you a little bit. We have so many awesome people here sharing who they are, where they're from, photos, videos. Go ahead and share who you are in the group in addition to the homework that is in the course. My friends, you've been very generous with your time. My commitment to you in this challenge is to give you everything you need to get your first paying add-on customer to your agency using AI, or to bring on your first customer on this journey of starting your marketing agency. Or if you're a business owner and you're looking to get into consulting and coaching and serving other ones in your niche, however you want to word it, I'm going to enable you to be able to do so you can take your knowledge, monetize it into a digital product, and service your industry. All of you have been amazing. Thank you for the engagement. Thank you for your support. I promise you, I will give you all I have as long as you show up ready to accept. We will be back tomorrow, 12 p.m. Eastern Time till 2 p.m. And tomorrow we'll have our Q&A. Keep jotting your questions down and I will get those answers to you. And welcome to the 5-day AI challenge. See you tomorrow.